Family, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's going on? What's going on? Some people ask me, right? They say, hey, have the right to travel ever worked in court before, right? Because a lot of people ask me this question, like, okay, I'm fighting the right to travel. You know, I was driving without a license. I was driving without insurance. I was driving without registration. Do I have the right to travel? And I tell a lot of people that let me break down the right to travel. So the right to travel has been approved by the Supreme Court, right? But it never been specified on the grounds on what you can travel on, right? So of course you have the right to travel, you have the right to go anywhere you want in this country, right? But the problem is they never specified in the Constitution that a person can travel or can't travel on a motor vehicle without a license, right? And so since you have that, right, since you have that situation, oh, that's what a lot of people are stuck on. So many people in America keep, traveling and everything like that. They finding themselves going to jail and everything like that, right? But let me explain to you. This is more of a jurisdictional issue other than you just having the right to travel. Because on a legal basis, no, you don't have the right to travel. But when you're dealing with a constitutional aspect of it, yes, you do. But this the problem. Many state courts and many state laws conflict with the original tradition on how the Constitution was originally ratified, right? And so you have to make it your responsibility as a real American to exercise your constitutional rights by challenging the jurisdiction of the court of any administrative court in which trying to bring charges before you, right? So I tell a lot of people, me personally, I know how to go about the process of canceling contracts with the state. So I never show up for any stupid court like that, right? I would never in my life show up to a court date where I'm driving without a license or I'm driving without insurance. That is the most stupidest thing you can do. Especially if you really don't know, that means you just don't understand how warrants is operating and everything like that. Because if you have no contracts with the state, they have nothing to put on your information that, hey, he have a warrant for a traffic violation. It will never show up like that, right? And so I want a lot of people to understand that, right? And I really want a lot of people to realize that you do have a constitutional right to travel. You do have a constitutional right of freedom, but you have to exercise your liberties and when you go to court, if you choose to go to court, right? My advice to you is should never, ever, never go to court. And also making an argument that you was exercising your right to travel that would not work in court. The best thing that would work in court is you challenging a court jurisdiction to proceed. That always work. So many people, when they challenge jurisdiction, they don't understand the basis of challenging jurisdiction. Challenging jurisdiction itself is not credible enough to say, "Hey, I'm just challenging the court's jurisdiction." Are you challenging personal jurisdiction? Are you challenging subject matter jurisdiction? Are you challenging procedural jurisdiction? Are you challenging territorial jurisdiction? What element of jurisdiction are you challenging? Because if you just go in a court and say, hey, I challenge this court jurisdiction, that's so much of a broad statement. And so when people ask me these questions, like, hey, have you ever worked in court? It worked in the basis of doing something else opposed from you actually fighting that right. I mean, fighting that constitutional right, because it's never been sanctioned by the Supreme Court that we got the right to travel on motor vehicles. Since that hasn't been specified, that leaves a lot of Americans lost, don't know what's going on. And so there's other loopholes and remedies that you guys have to do, right? That mean whether you got to cancel contracts with the state. That mean whether you don't show up to that proceeding. That mean when you put yourself in a position and you know how to challenge jurisdiction properly and you do it. Now, you wouldn't have to challenge jurisdiction or even have to go through all of that if you already cancel contracts and you don't show up to court. So that solved the whole issue. And also, when you get pulled over on the side of the road, stop arguing with the police. Stop saying, "Oh, you stupid police." Like stuff like that would get your car towed, right? Every time I'm in a situation, most of the time, police would never think about towing my car, because when they stop me, I'm respectful. Hey, how you doing, sir? Sir, you got license and registration? Here go my international driver's license. I don't have registration. I don't have insurance. And they say, you don't have insurance? I say, no, sir, I don't have it. And respectfully. And so he go back to his car, run his number and everything like that. Come back. Hey, sir, sometimes he might say, you free to go. Other time, he say, take the citation. You got a court date. Okay, cool. Go to the house, rip up the citation, go to sleep. So you have to understand that some things are so simple. You guys are making it hard, and y'all embarrassing us. Y'all are literally recording yourself getting pulled out and dragged out the car by a police officer because you don't understand standard protocol, or you don't understand like you don't know how to keep your composure. And that's one of the most important foundational rules when you're dealing with the right to travel. You have to understand how to hold your composure, because remember, they want you to act like that. They want you to get rowdy. They want you to go crazy. They want you to go in a car and scream. They want you to and and stuff like that. But what would surprise them is if you was exercising your constitutional rights and you was, like a gentleman, or a woman. You get what I'm saying? Gentlewoman, or whatever the case might be. Being polite is never rude in that sense. And you don't have to disrespect them. If anything, they don't give a damn. Oh, he's just traveling. Okay, give him a ticket. They don't really care because it's more paperwork for them to fill out if they had to tow your car. It's way more paperwork to fill out if they have to pull you and drag you out the car. But if you just mind your business respectfully, let them do them, right? Let them write the citation. You already canceled contracts with the state. You rip it up at home. Don't worry about the ticket. Take the ticket. Sign the ticket. Sign the ticket. Hey, have a great day, sir. Rip up the ticket. That's it. After I got pulled over in Houston, I told the police I ain't had registration license and none of that, right? They said, man, it's up to you whether you want to keep the plate or not. They just going to keep pulling you over. And I said, okay. And they said, man, have a great day. Drive off. That's it. They ain't say walk off. They didn't say have somebody pick you up. Drive off. And that's what happened when you try to keep your composure, family. I'm out.